Pregnancy is different for all of us, but it's almost always a profoundly transformative experience. Within a matter of weeks, your body is converted into a vessel for your baby to gestate and grow. At the same time, your body is doing the difficult work of preparing for the intensive experience of giving birth, as well as feeding your newborn. Your identity is changing too. If this is your first baby, you are experiencing the psychological transformation of becoming a parent of your life, suddenly being about much more than your own well-being. If you're expanding your family, you may be feeling anxiety about sharing your heart with a new little one. You may be worried about finances, family structure, childcare options, and so much more. It's no wonder that pregnancy can be a taxing experience, especially when it comes to a multiple pregnancy, as in the case of the miracle mom who has given birth to 4 babies in just 11 months. Becky Johns, 30 from Swansea, fell pregnant with surprise triplets just weeks after giving birth to daughter Maya. She thought that she would give Maya a sibling to play with, but she hadn't bargained for falling pregnant with not 1 but 3 babies. The triplets were born in January this year, just 11 months after Miss Johns had given birth to Maya. Miss Johns, who lives with partner Jason Evans, said when strangers stopped to see the 4 of them, "They can't believe that I had 4 babies in less than a year. It does seem hard to believe. And it was such a shock when I discovered I was having triplets. We'd only been trying to conceive for a week when I felt pregnant. It all happened so quickly." The couple, who also have a daughter, Kale 9, had been thrilled. When Miss Evans fell pregnant with Maya, who arrived in February last year, then they decided to try for one more addition to their family, and Miss Evans discovered she was pregnant straight away. Miss Evans said, "We had decided to try for just one more baby. Kale was older, so I wanted Maya to have company as she grew older. We thought it may take a while for me to get pregnant, so we started trying straight away. But then just a couple of weeks later, I did a test, and the 2 blue lines came up on the test. It must have been only taken a week for me to fall pregnant. I started to worry about how I would cope with 2 little ones so close in age, but I was confident that I could do it." Then Miss Johns went for a scan and got more than she had bargained for. The sonographer found not 1 heartbeat on the screen, but 3. Miss Johns said, "I had to stare at the screen just to make sure for myself, and I counted the heartbeats one by one." It was true. I was actually pregnant with triplets. They were all naturally conceived and each from a separate egg, which is rare. Doctors told us it was the healthiest way to have triplets because they all had a placenta each. It meant there were no risks associated with any one of them. Sharing a placenta, when we told our friends and family, people thought we were joking. Jason's a bit of a joker, so no one took him seriously when he told them, even when he showed his sister the scanned picture of all 3 triplets together. She still wasn't convinced. Miss Johns' pregnancy progressed smoothly, and she had regular scans to check the babies were growing well. She said we nicknamed them Snap, Crackle, and Pop. It was lovely to feel them all. Moving around, everyone kept asking us what they were going to be called, and we didn't have any idea, so Jason nicknamed them, and the names stuck. The triplets were delivered by cesarean at the end of January when Miss Johns was 34 weeks pregnant. She said I was so huge by that time. I could barely move, and doctors wanted to get them out in case I went into labor early. If I went into labor naturally, then it would increase the risk of things going wrong, and we didn't want that to happen, so I was booked in for my cesarean operation. I was nervous when I went in, but desperate to meet my 3 new arrivals. Ryan weighed 4 pounds, 12 ounces, Rhea weighed in at 4 pounds, 3 ounces, and Phoebe at 4 pounds, 11 ounces. So they were all healthy weights. She said, "I've been carrying around nearly 15 pounds of babies. I couldn't believe it, but I was just so relieved." They were all healthy and well. They were only in the hospital for about 6 weeks and were allowed home. In March, I had to get a 4-seater pram because Maya had her first birthday when the triplets were only 2 weeks old, and it's a bit of a squash in our house now, but it's all worth it. Kayla is thrilled with her 3 new brothers and sisters, and it's lovely to think that Maya and the triplets will grow up so close in age.